Hello guys, my name is Intan Agustya. I'm from group 3. Today I want to explain about brief approaches of materials and media development for young learners. Materials and media development can be defined as the material that has been delivered to their students through media. Media that the teachers use. I found one article that consider use technology, that is, literacy development through proper technologies in teaching English to young learners. The article is referring technology as the media to deliver the materials. The material that I mentioned earlier can be ebook, movie, songs, and many more. Put forwarding by WTC and STIASI 2018 also says that technology use any sources like movies and songs and online books. WTC and STIASI 2019 also says in teaching process technology can attract their concern to study. Number 2, the problem. Before we give the materials by using the media that we want to use as teachers, that would be invaluable if we know about our students' characteristics, motoric, cognitive, and etc. Because, according to WTC and STIASI 2018, children who love to do something entertaining through the process learning, like playing, sing a song, and dancing. Continuing by Boyle and WTC 2018 stated that we know what the children truly need during instructional process by knowing this. Teachers intend to use technology or media to share the materials by providing many games. In simple words, the teachers give materials indirectly by giving the children games or listening to storytelling and giving these children will be so thrilled and enjoy during the process. If we ask the teachers for young learners do that, surely our children will learn with enjoyment and feel so thrilled. Otherwise, it will arise problems. What problems might appear to young learners is i.e. anxiety, uncertainty, feel so much pressure, and so on. Next explanation will be continued by second presenter who will deliver about the material media development.
Swastiastu. Hello, my name is Rico Surya Wirawan and I'm the second presenter of the group 3, which is I will deliver of the materials development and the media development for TEYL, teaching English for young learners. And before we jump into the material, let me introduce myself. My name is Rico Surya Wirawan and my student number is 11 and my name is 1977 and my department is English language education and my university is at University of Hindu State Gusti Bagus Sugriwa Denpasar. Now I will jump into the first material that I want to deliver is media development for TEYL. Media is a component of learning that is necessarily needed in the learning process by young learners in order to make them more active in class. Furthermore, media have a vital role in the instructional process because they can help students grasp the materials easily than verbal explanations. In the simple words, media provide pictures, audio, and many more, which can help the students learn more quickly than verbal explanations. By knowing this, teachers start developing the media they used before, like an actual book that the students have to carry on. Now, teachers should be able to develop that by giving the young learners online book, and by doing this, the young learners will learn is more convenient and easy because they do not have to bring the book. Only by technology that the teacher provides to them, they will learn more enjoyfully, and this can avoid the young learners' boredom. Now, we jump into the next slide of the still in the media development for TEYL, which is the benefit of the media learning. Media is the crucial device in the English learning process that can directly help young learners. The benefit of media learning are: the first one is to make the instructional process of language learning way more accessible. 2. Decrease the use of their mother language. 3 is to motivate the young learners even further. The fourth is it can be used to explain the new concept and students can understand it easier without run into misunderstanding or difficulties. The fifth is increasing the quality of the English learning process. The sixth and the last is to make the instructional process more fascinating and interactive. In addition, the teacher must be competent to choose and how to develop techniques and strategic the visual aid. The teacher must also be active in giving examples and demonstrate by using their hands and expression in front of the children, so the children can thoroughly entertain during the process of learning. In English class for young learners, the teaching and learning process follow the use of the media such as pictures, flip cards, dolls, and puppets, and etc. Right before we imply the media to young learners, Scanlon and Wright in 1990 stated that teachers should consider these considerations to choose the proper media for the instructional process. The first one is, can we prepare the media conveniently? The second is the media that the teachers operate in the class easy to use? The third is whether the media that we use fascinating for the young learners? The fourth is the media improving the young learner's prowess? The fifth is, what is the most straightforward media that can be found? Now, that's all the information that I can deliver from my explanation in the media of development, which is the not all of them, it's just the whole information of the media development, the how we consider how to make a judgment of the consideration by the Scanlon and Wright 1997 state about what the consideration that the media that we should choose, and then we continue to the types and the use of the teaching media. The types of the use of teaching media that I found from the article is generally media of teaching young learners can be divided and classified into three types, which are: the first one is visual media, the second one is the audio media, the third is the audiovisual media. Let me explain one by one, which is along with the example, and then the first one is visual media. Visual media is the type of the media that the learners can touch and see, like pictures, natural objects, miniature, and many more. The most commonly used by EYL or English Young Learners teachers. English Young Learners teachers are pictures, flip cards, and flashcards, big books, and any other non-authentic material as well, which is the materials is deliberately designed by the English teaching learning process. This visual media can be developed by infusing them to technology. We as a teacher can put pictures on the PowerPoint in order to young learners to guess what is the picture, and we also tell them to speak, make a new story of it, or even read or tell them to make a simple analysis like what is the lion is doing, something like that. In simple words, we can test their skills as well, which is the productive and receptive. Oke, di Indonesia ini maksudnya the visual media itu kan seperti buku dan yang lain-lain itu bisa digunakan. Nah, bagaimana sekarang guru itu mendevelop hal-hal itu tuh menggunakan atau menginfuse non-authentic materials ke dalam teknologi dan membuat hal itu tuh bisa menyenangkan bagi anak-anak. Jadi maksudnya di sini itu adalah kita sebagai teacher itu menaruh gambar di dalam PowerPoint. Mungkin gambar itu bisa satu atau dua dan di bawahnya itu ada beberapa kalimat yang mungkin simple mungkin the lion is eating a grass or eating a meat maybe. Setelah itu kita minta children kita itu untuk mungkin dia coba baca gitu. The children is the lion is eating a meat, and yang lainnya bisa membuat simple analysis or maybe mengganti kalimatnya buat jadi story yang lebih bagus. Mungkin the lionnya diganti jadi the bear, and the nounnya of the meat itu bisa diganti jadi grass or maybe water. Dia bisa berimajinasi di situ. Jadi dengan melakukan cara ini, media yang kita gunakan bisa terdevelop, dan dan studentsnya bisa menjelajah pikirannya lebih jauh lagi, dan secara tidak langsung kita mengimprove or mengetes skill-skill mereka dengan cara mendevelop the non-authentic material ke dalam teknologi. Dan hal ini bisa sangat berguna jika teacher bisa menggunakannya dengan sangat benar. Okay, we move to the second of types. The second types is audio media. Audio media is the type of media that can be heard to improve the young learners' listening skills. So it's more like a song, not like an audio. The visual is completely audio. We'll only listen. This type can be developed by using technology as well. For example, teachers provide the young learners with kid songs like a scream song, If You're Happy and You Know It, ABC song, in order the learners follow the sing-along or maybe guess the phoneme. For example, right after the learners listen and sing along the song, the teachers provide them with the word and let them guess the phonemes. Guess the phoneme sound by listening to the song again. For example, kita memutar lagu ABC song, which contains with phoneme, the pronouns of each word. Jadi A B C D E F G dan seterusnya. Dan seterusnya itu the teacher akan memprovide merefresh ingatan the learners dengan membuat huruf atau gambar yang sudah di print, dan students gimana cara mempronounce-nya. Jadi dengan dia mendengarkan sebelumnya apa lagu itu dan mendengarkan bagaimana huruf-huruf itu dibunyikan, dan sekarang mereka melihat gambar itu, jadi mereka ingat apa sih suara dari huruf ini. Contoh huruf A, pronounce-nya di English jadi A. Begitu juga B, C, D until Z. That's the explanation of the audio media. We move to the last is the audiovisual media. Audiovisual media mostly used in W.E.L.D classrooms to display stories, events, and circumstances. If in the audio media, mostly students hear only audio, song, phonemic representation, but in the audiovisual, it provides the pictures. The pictures that are displayed include the information in English, must be considered with the degree of the children's development. This type can be developed by using technology by playing a music video to young learners, so teachers can order the students to sing along first. Then the learners see the movement that the figures are doing in the music video. The teachers demonstrates one by one, like jump, clap, stomp, and many more. Lastly, the teacher asks a question about it. For example, if you're happy and you know it, the song provides many actions that the teachers can demonstrate. Through this, the young learners will be so thrilled during the instructional process. This way can improve their oral skill. First is by listening. Listening is by hearing the song, and then speaking when the teacher asks as the students what the movement that the teachers demonstrate is or the figures demonstrates. Jadi maksudnya di sini audio visual itu bisa digunakan pertama-tama audio visual itu adalah audio itu lagu dan visual itu adalah hal yang kita bisa lihat. Nah, sekarang kita contoh di sini itu adalah kita mengambil salah satu musik video anak-anak, contohnya lagunya If You Happy and You Know It. Nah, lagu itu banyak memberikan movement. Yang pertama itu dari lompat, bertepuk tangan, habis itu menginjakan kaki. Nah, setelah itu kita tuh bisa mengimprove, bisa mengembangkan media di sini itu dengan mendemonstrasikan setelah mereka mendengarkan lagu itu apa sih gini-gininya. Oh, kalau loncat itu gerakannya kayak ini, kalau tepuk tangan tuh gerakannya seperti ini. Sekarang kita demonstrasikan itu atau kita provide the student kita dengan gambar yang sama kayak mungkin gambar loncat. Ini apa student? Setelah itu student saya bisa menjawab dengan speaking mereka dengan it is jump and it's clap, it is a stomp, something like that. So they can be thrilled and also they can learn easily. So they can be avoid the problems that the first presenter mentioned earlier. So I think that's all of the media development from the benefit of media learning as well with the types and the use of the teaching media. The conclusion is audio media and audiovisual media are using the phonic method since focusing on sounds or phonemic representation, which is a method of reading that is used in the learning process of young learners involved in sounds. Contraction or blending sounds are a spoken language with TEYL and WASIC 2008 and West DC and CTIC 2018. Besides the audio and audiovisual big books can contain simple stories and basic vocabulary made by the teachers themselves and are also children's favorite. Usually, big books stress the introduction of simple grammar and tenses that are packed in a story. Big books can be developed by technology and audiovisual media using the phonic method, which we know focus on receptive skills, reading and listening. Teachers can mix technology by providing the young learners the song that they must hear first. Then teachers will test young learners' pronunciation by asking how each letter is pronounced, which they see from the big book containing a significant word. In the teaching process, the use of technology as the media development for young learners providing many advantages. Firstly is it can improve children's all-important skills, which are productive and receptive. Secondly is it also helps children recognize and learn about phonemes like how to contract two words together and how they are pronounced and so forth. Thirdly is directly assist the children to comprehend text by just seeing the picture and then also help enrich their vocabulary too. On top of that, has also facilitated children's need, motoric and socio-emotional. These are the crucial because the goal is to develop the children's literacy optimally. Okay, I think that's all for me, the explanation of the media development. Now I will move to the materials development for TEYL. Now we jump into the materials development of TEYL, which is we still in the material of the teaching English for young learners. Okay, right after we discussing the media development for young learners that teachers provide to them, we move to the materials that will be delivered to young learners by the teachers. Teaching materials are crucial in teaching learning process since teachers cannot do any activities in the class without this. Materials themselves can be divided into classes which are authentic and authentic, which you can see on the slide that I provide here. Authentic materials are the items that are being designed not for English language classroom. In simple words, materials that are not designed for English learning. For example, that you can see here, there are magazines, newspapers, video clips, and lyrics of a song. Non-authentic materials, on the other hand, that is materials that have been designed for English learning purposes and obviously can adapt to and help to the English instructional process learning. For example, textbook, instructional CDs or DVDs, and many more. All the materials can be developed to teach the young learners. Let us focus on the non-authentic material, which is this material designed for the teaching learning process. A grammar book is one of the examples of non-authentic material. This book can be developed by media technology. For example, suppose teachers want to improve the young learners' vocabulary in nouns. In that case, the teacher should make it a short story on PowerPoint and display it in front of the learners. However, before doing this, the teachers must provide a song directly related to the nouns in the story that they made earlier. So this is how the materials, grammar book, and non-authentic materials can be developed using media technology through PowerPoint and to young learners. Eventually, the young learners can absorb the material as well and enjoy the media that the teachers use. Jadi maksudnya di sini, contohnya itu dengan menggunakan materials yang sudah di-develop itu, saya ambil ketika guru ini mau mengimprove students kebendaharaan katanya di kata benda. Nah, dengan cara sebenarnya materinya si guru ini untuk teach children ini sebenarnya satu aja, cuma nouns aja, cuman dia developkan or infuse ke dalam teknologi yang mana dia akan menaruh short story itu mungkin provide banyak pictures, tapi banyak ada nouns itu, ada bottle, ada jam tangan, ada parfum, ada kertas, pulpen, dan banyak lainnya. Dan nouns itu akan ditayangkan menggunakan PowerPoint, which is the technology that we use, kepada anak-anak. Dan setelah itu, sebelum melakukan itu, teacher akan menayangkan suatu lagu yang merelatekan semua nouns yang diprovidekan dalam cerita itu. Jadi contohnya seperti the baby shark, maybe the baby shark, there's a noun of shark and the human and the shoes and seaweed, something like that. And then for the short story is related to the song. So the children will be so easy to imply the noun or the vocabulary that they listen or watch before to the short story. Jadi seperti itu maksud dari paper dari grup 3. Jadi itulah bagaimana caranya kita mendevelop materials kita kepada anak-anak dengan cara yang lebih fun agar anak-anak itu bisa mengerti dan tidak terlalu stres dalam mengartikan materials yang kita bawakan. Paling yang kita bawakan itu cuma satu aja nouns, cuman kita kembangkan materialsnya ke dalam PowerPoint, kita taruh lagu, taruh musik video, dan kita taruh gambar di sana. Jadi gambar itu bisa berupa short story yang kita buat sendiri. Seperti itu adalah penjelasan tentang bab 3 dan bab 4 dalam pengembangan materials dan media for young learners. So now finally we move to the conclusion of the materials and media development for TEYL. Now the conclusion is how the teachers utilizes the development of media technology to deliver their materials to young learners or students. Using technology, teachers can provide many games like storytelling, listening to a song, and many more to develop students' literacy indirectly, which can be visual, audio, and audiovisual. Furthermore, the material can be developed here by infusing the material to technology and then modifying the material into something fun that makes young learners thrill. For example, teachers want to test students' speaking skills, and teachers can provide the children pictures by displaying pictures is the perfect way to improve their oral skills. Teachers can provide them with a short, simple, and basic story which consists of animal example. Afterward, teachers ask them what is the name of the animal by displaying the pictures of the animal one by one that reflecting the previous story.